everybody. This is Kat and Sid.
大家应该还记得我在前几周做了一个关于中国人在美国和外国人在中国的影片，然后最近几天在美国有个关于华人的事情受到了广泛的讨论，在美国这边，然后事情的经过就是 Fox News 他想了解华人对美国总统大选的看法，然后他们派了一个记者进入到纽约的唐人街，然后问了一些问题，然后做了一个影片。然后他问的问题非常具有种族歧视的色彩。
Yeah, so a lot of people on the internet recognize that this guy was being really racist. And the show called The Daily Show actually did a story about it. And one of their correspondents responded to it in a very scathing manner, which is great. So today we're going to watch his video, the Daily Show video, and respond to it. All right. So, Daily Show Chinatown. Okay, this one.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with the internet or TV, but if you are, you've probably seen this that happened a few days ago on Fox News.
In the first presidential debate, China was mentioned 12 times. So we sent waters down to New York's Chinatown to sample political opinion.
Okay, first of all, let me get this straight. They say China in the debate, so you go to Chinatown in New York.
Yeah.
So when they mention Mexico, do you send someone to Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Chinatown is nothing like China. They got nothing to do with each other. That's like if they brought up women's rights, so I decided to go over to Fox News to get some opinions.
Okay,
Now, as dumb as that premise is, it is nothing compared to the idiocy that followed. And by the way, we haven't added anything to this. This is the original footage from Fox News.
Oh my god. Already it's racist. The music.
Am I supposed to bow to say hello? I like
Why
these
is it so
watches.
nice to
I don't know.
Who are you gonna vote for? Clinton like.
That fucking movie.
I know. And honestly, they totally put movie clips like throughout this whole thing, like to fucking make fun of people. Oh my god.
Clinton's wife has a name. What is it?
Oh man. Forget it.
Snap out of it.
Do you know karate?
Yeah, I know.
Hit my hand.
Oh my god. This guy is so stupid. I hate Fox News so much. They are an embarrassment to the United States. Okay? Okay, let's continue.
Oh, that's the spot. Is it the year of the dragon? Rabbit? No, it's actually the year of go yourself.
Yeah, it's the year of go fuck yourself. This old guy doesn't speak English. He's just totally like mocking him. I hate that so much. That makes me so mad. Oh my god.
What the hell was that? How was that on the news? In fact, how was that even on TV? Where the did this come from?
Yes.
I mean, everyone's been wondering who'd be the target of 2016's worst racism. I didn't even know Asians were in the running.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, if you're gonna be racist, at least get your stereotypes right, you ignorant sack of
Right.
Karate isn't Chinese, it's Japanese. And you're doing it in a taekwondo studio, which is Korean, you f***ing jack off, jack on, jack off, jack on, jack off.
Oh my god. Thank God for this
This guy. And seriously, Mr. Miyagi, update your reference material. That's like me making fun of Americans for Saturday Night Fever and Mr. T. Yeah, real topical stuff, buddy.
Yeah.
If you want to come at Chinese people, make fun of China's high pollution or the fact that they censor most of the internet, which in this case might actually be a good thing, since no person from China will ever have to watch your garbage attempt at comedy.
But we're showing to
Trump beating up on China at the debate. Trump has been beating up on China. How does that make you feel?
Seriously? Oh
That
my
is the most
fuck.
upsetting thing. This like sweet old lady doesn't know what he's talking about. She has
Oh
no
my
idea.
fuck,
like,
that's like so fucking
That's
racist.
so disrespectful. Like,
Yeah.
have some respect for this person who is so much older than you. She's living in New York City,
Yeah.
and she clearly doesn't understand English. Like, that's hard. And this guy's just making fun of her, just fucking mocking her.
Must feel like so proud.
I
that he
know.
can
He's
speak
like,
fucking English.
oh yeah, Trump, the election, like, and then and they're like, oh yeah, let me add some cricket, sound effect, like, oh, like this. And then, do you see this thing after?
Speak! Why don't you speak? Hey, asshole, they don't speak
you.
English. That's why they're
Oh my
silent.
gosh.
It's easy to make fun of someone when they can't respond.
Yeah.
I'll show you. Hey, douchebag, why do you look like a guy who carries around a pack of roofies just in case?
So basically, this guy fucking looks like a date rapist. He fucking will go out with someone, put a roofie in their drink, and fucking rape them. I believe it.
Yeah.
This guy's fucking looks like a douchebag. Let's continue.
Why do you look like you have hookers on speed dial? Oh, and follow-up question, is it hard to fit Bill O'Reilly's entire scrotum in your mouth?
There you go, cricket.
This might come as a surprise, but Chinese Americans do actually have genuine thoughts on this year's election. That's why I went to Chinatown to speak to people in a language they understood. Human. 美国总统大选你有什么意见？
是很特别，因为我们有一个观念，就是美国有自己的本身的一个注重外面来的移民的这个欢迎的这种态度，这不像我们认识的这几年的美国。其实
Wait, I want to say,
Mhm.
like, I've seen some comments of people, like, on Weibo, and they're saying, like, oh, I like Trump. Like, he's better than Hillary. I want to say,
Yeah.
Trump, okay, honestly, if you are an immigrant, if you are anyone who is not white or male, Trump does not give a shit about you, okay? He will treat you like shit. He doesn't care about your rights.
Yeah.
So if you, as a Chinese person, are saying, oh, Trump is better for the US, I'm sorry, but you're just wrong because he doesn't respect you. He has no respect for you. He doesn't have respect for anyone other than himself, to be quite honest. So I just want to put that out there, Just, like, think a little bit about that, Maybe you don't like Hillary, but
Yeah.
Trump is way worse.
Yeah. 有些人会讨论希拉蕊，因为他之前做一些事情，但是川普真的是，你看这个影片觉得会有很有种族歧视，但其实所有支持川普的人都是这么想。
Like, you guys, maybe you don't like Hillary, but Trump is a human disaster. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue.
呢一屆嘅美國總統大選咧，兩個都係廢物。咁啊，求其咪揀咗，好多人咧求其揀一個，我咧就選擇自己寫個名落去 African Woman。
You understand American politics enough to lodge a protest vote?
Definitely。
因为现在美国对这个中美关系看得很重要。以前我们每次说中国是个朋友，现在他们都是说一个 adversary， 那这个很危险嘛。
为什么你懂美国政治方面？
I'm from Queens.
From Queens!
On the Jesse Waters video on Fox News.
The chicken reporter who came down here and thought he was big
Chicken
because
shit.
he talked to people who couldn't speak English.
Yeah, that douchebag piece of
The one who was sent here by the larger chicken who wouldn't come to Chinatown because he was afraid to do it himself. You know
Oh,
that one?
yeah.
that guy.
The one with no testicles. The one who came down here who said, let me talk to some old people and let me put them on camera without asking them
Yes.
and sort of put them on national television and made fun of them in the worst possible way. That asshole.
Okay, I think we're talking about the same guy.
Right. What was the question again?
I can't even remember.
Questions are relevant.
Good job.
Yes. I am just really glad that The Daily Show
Yeah.
did this
Yeah.
because that kind of reporting is unacceptable.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel like it might be hard for people outside of the US to realize what the situation is in terms of race relations. But the fact is, this was on national television.
Yeah.
This was on national television. This white guy making fun of Chinese old people who can't speak English, putting them on national television without their consent. This is completely unacceptable. And you gotta understand, this is what it's like, Like, I don't know, I'm just very bad. Like, it just makes me very sad knowing how it is for white people who go to China and they're treated so well.
Yeah.
And then, you know, these really hardworking and just like
Yeah.
really great people
Mhm.
who live in the US, you know, like that old lady, like that just made me so sad.
Yeah.
You know?
She was probably just like too polite to like.
Exactly. Totally taking advantage of her.
Like, what the fuck? 对华人种族歧视问题非常严重，虽然很多人没有表现出来，因为他们从小教育就说，哎呀，你不能种族歧视，所以他们都会把这些想法都藏起来。但是你想想看，这种影片会在电视里播出，你就能想象代表多少美国这边人的想法。
I mean, maybe you disagree with some of the things that Hillary has done in the past. I don't think she's that great either, to be honest. And a lot of people don't think she's that great at all.
Mm-hmm.
But you really gotta realize Trump is a lot worse. he is an unabashed racist, okay? He has no respect for anyone who is not white, okay? He treats women like shit. He treats Black people, Mexican people, Muslims. Clearly, he treats Chinese people like shit.
Right.
They already said in the beginning that, you know, the reason they did this whole report is because Trump was talking negatively about China a lot in that debate, okay? So, if you're supporting Trump, you just should know that he's not supporting you.
Yeah, it's just like you sound like white people in China. Like Chinese people love them, being friendly to them.
Yeah.
But they just fucking racist.
Oh, yeah.
They're probably just gonna make fun of you. Like
Exactly.
they're probably gonna come back to the US like they're talking to their friends like, oh, you know, those Chinese people are so nice to me.
Yeah. They're like, oh, yeah, I went to China. They thought I was a white god.
Yeah.
You gotta know that the situation in the US with like race relations functions really differently. It goes really deep. Okay? Like you guys have probably heard about all the police shootings, you know, of Black people. That's a really serious issue. It's really, really serious. And I mean, the fact is, you know, China is mostly Han, right? So, you know, it's like if there's a foreigner they're gonna be treated, yeah, they're different. But like it doesn't go so deep. It's not like a systematic oppression situation like it is here. Because honestly, like, you know, it's like the US has this image of, oh, it's so diverse, oh, it's so accepting of other people. But I mean, to an extent, I would say there is truth in that.
Yeah.
But honestly, it just makes the racism here so much deeper, so much worse. People in the US should know better because we have such a diverse population here. We have all these people this is an immigrant nation, okay? Like the vast majority of people here are descended from immigrants, including the white people. The white people fucking came here. They stole this land, okay? That's a fact. So like, you know, as a nation of immigrants, we should be more accepting of people who are from different places. But as you can see, that's not the case. You know, we should know better. But most people don't. And they're going to just treat people who are differently like shit.
Of course, it doesn't apply to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, not everybody is like this. But I just don't want people to have this idea. People who haven't been here, who don't, you know, who haven't experienced what it's like. I just don't want them to have an idea that it's so accepting here all the time, because it's not. Definitely, there's a lot of people who are really accepting, and I'm really thankful for those people, because they're the ones who are, you know, making the country move forward. But there's just a lot of people who aren't. They're not acting the way they should. So.
我之前那个关于中国人在美国影片，然后我看到有个人评论说，那他大概的意思就是说，我在影片里说白人戴斗笠就有种族歧视的言论太过了，然后他的意思是，如果那个人心里没有种族歧视的想法，他戴斗笠就无所谓。
And they're saying like, oh, you know, these people are not trying to be racist. They don't have an intent of being racist. So they're not racist. I'm sorry, that is completely false. These kind of things happen all the time. Like someone will say like, oh yeah, you're so exotic looking or something like that to a person of color. And you gotta know, they didn't mean to be racist, and they probably don't think they're being racist. But they're being racist. Having watched this video of this guy going to Chinatown and making fun of these people, just imagine, just then think about if you were a white person and you're wearing this cone hat versus if you're an Asian person, a Chinese person walking around wearing that hat, the same hat. Yeah. What would happen? The image that other people would see is completely different, okay? Yeah. If you're a white person wearing that hat, the smart people would say, that's racist. That guy, that's off. He shouldn't be wearing that. But, you know, people who don't really know, they're kind of ignorant. They're like, oh, that looks really cool. Like, yeah, some cool fashion. Yeah, looks good. You know, okay. But if you're a Chinese person, an Asian person, wearing that kind of hat, walking around in Chinatown, in the U.S., anywhere in the U.S., people, the only image people are going to have is, oh, that guy, he's a poor farmer. He's a fob. He doesn't speak English. He's uneducated. I have no reason. He probably can't even communicate with me.
Yeah.
I feel like that speaks for itself.
Somehow, a Chinese person can't wear that. A white person wearing that can be as fashion.
Right. So it's cool for a white person to wear it. But if an Asian person wears it, and this, keep in mind, this comes from Asia. But if an Asian person wears it, somehow that kind of gives other people, white people, license to disrespect them and think less of them. Does that seem okay to you? Does it seem okay? I feel like that's not okay. When I went to China, my Chinese is so terrible. I sound like a 2-year-old, okay, when I speak. But people were so kind and welcoming and helpful to me. And even though I'm embarrassing myself by speaking Chinese, they're treating me with so much respect. But this guy has, you know, it makes me so sad, this double standard. Yeah. Because Sid is great at English. I would describe him as fluent in English, okay? But still, you have people just like treating you like you're stupid because you have an accent or because, you know, you're not a native speaker of English. And then this guy is just making fun of these old people who can't speak English at all. Like, I don't understand why you guys don't feel like there's something wrong with that. Yeah. It's really heartbreaking.
You probably feel like, oh, I'm white. Let me try something new. Try a different culture. Let me try it. It's like, I'm here, you're here, but let me try your stuff.
Let me just try it, you know. I'm not taking it seriously. Yeah. I don't think this is, you know, I think my American white culture is better. Yeah. But let me just try it just for fun, you know. Like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like on your video, we got a lot of comments from people who are living in the U.S. now or have spent a lot of time in the U.S. And it seemed like what you were saying resonated with them a lot, and they agreed with you.
I mean,
it functions differently here.
You don't even need to come here to experience this. You can just talk to the foreigners in China. Right. I'm sure many of them are good. They feel like they're so much better than us.
Yeah. I just, you know, and it makes me so sad because we've seen a lot of comments too on our posts, our videos, talking about somehow they're saying white people are better. Yeah. Okay, that is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And I am white, okay? I'm white. Why would you ever say that? White people are not better than anyone, okay? No race is better than any other race.
You can't say like you are worse than white people. Like,
Yeah,
you have
yourself.
to accept who you are.
Your own culture is not. How can you say that it's worse than any other culture? Like, how can you be so self-hating?
Yeah.
Like, love yourself.
And it's not like you say white people are better and white people be nice to you. They're
White
still
people are-
racist.
White people are still gonna treat you like shit, and you still think that they're better than you? Why would you think that? There's nothing in our DNA that makes us better. There's literally nothing. Like, honestly, race is a social construct. We look different, but this stuff is all in our heads. So, like, why? There's no scientific evidence of anything saying, oh, someone, like, one type of people is better than another type of people. Like, that's just completely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And if you're not around other people who are different from you, it's easy to kind of lose that perspective. But it's really, really important if you're dealing, with other people in an international level, you got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
White people are not smarter, better looking, any of that. They are not better than you. I'm just really glad that so many people responded positively to your video. That is really good. But I'm so sick of white people getting away with shitting on Chinese people, or frankly anybody who is non-white. That's just really embarrassing and horrible. So thank you to The Daily Show for making this report so that, Trump supporters who think this way are exposed for being the racists that they are.
Don't just be friendly to everyone.
Yes.
You have to see if they're actually nice to Chinese people, to the culture.
I agree so much.
Yeah.
Because you don't know them. You don't know how they think. A lot of white people are racist as fuck. And you just gotta watch out. Because, they're, who knows, they might be making fun of you behind your back and you don't know. So before you go and ask them for a picture, some average white person, nothing special in the US or anywhere. Like, they're not anything special. There's no reason for you to, you don't need to take a picture with them. Just keep in mind, they might be making fun of you for doing that.
Yeah.
They don't take it as, they're not honored by this. They are laughing at it. They think it's so funny that somehow Chinese people think they're so great, they're just making their ego, blow up like a balloon.
Yeah, I'm better than other people.
Yeah.
See, those Chinese people, so nice to me, because I'm white.
Yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Please comment and like and follow us.
然后最后想说的是，跟之前的影片一样，是我们没有讲所有的人，只是讲部分的人。但是我们想借着讲部分人的这种情况来告诉中国人，不要太轻易看清自己，也不要太轻易看高白人、美国人、欧洲人，反正什么都是。
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Say bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye bye.
再见。Bye bye bye
Bye
bye.
bye 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 bye.